Welcome back to Starting Lineup. The Gilas Pilipinas men's team is set to begin their campaign in the FIBA Asia Cup 2025, and basketball analysts Isaac Go and Willy Wilson join us to preview the action, guys.
In stretchy pants, apparently.
They have the comfy pants on.
No, but you forgot. Hey, shout out to Nacho.
I'm trying to break the ice here. Okay, go.
Perfect for your analyst. It goes well with your analyst hat for tonight. All right, guys. Great send-off for Gilas Pilipinas now that they're in Saudi Arabia. But let's talk about that matchup quickly that they won against the Macau Black Bears. What did you guys see in that game, Coach Willy? Come back down by 21 at the half, and then second half, humabol yung Gilas Pilipinas to steal that win.
The promising part, the comeback, but were there concerns also being down 21? So you guys go ahead and shoot.
I would say first and foremost, looking at that first half, my concerns were more on the defensive end. You have a Macau team that was, for me, just put together, right? A lot of foreign talent on that team, and you get down by 21 early in that first half, largely because of the isolation plays of Macau. Yes, they shot the lights out, but when you're playing against a team that is not really scheme heavy and is just relying on the one-on-one. You would think that you can put together something defensively to shut that down, and to get down that big was kind of alarming to me.
I'm at the opposite. I'm cutting them some slack with that because, remember, I think, yes, there's schemes in place, there's concepts in place, but again, they probably didn't scout as well as they will going on in this future tournament.
Good point.
So it's still trying a lot to figure.
Nothing to scout.
Nothing to scout.
Right.
So you're still trying to figure out, does this guy like to pull up? Does he like to drive right or left? And I think that played a part where, again, of course, a lot of our guys play for different teams, different concepts in their team. Now they have to come together, adjust once again. So that's where, again, there's a little bit of slack with that. Sometimes they forget what the concepts are, but this is why, again, 21, not so concerning. Maybe the score looked it, but we always have to look at the big picture.
Yeah. We did have the benefit of the crowd. But I see where you're coming from, Coach Willy, but because when you face these international teams, as they've done many times, shooting is a premium already in the international game. So you kind of expect teams to shoot the lights out. I mean, that's what you assume, correct?
Yes, but I would say when we're talking about shooting the lights out, it would be based in part to ball movement. I would harken back to those San Antonio Spurs teams, right. Australia with Patty Mills. Yes, passing. I can understand what Isaac is saying, that you don't really know the tendencies of your opponents. But again, these guys are pros, and these are the best players that we have in the country. So with regards to the tendencies, I think that maybe fool me twice. By the third time, okay, I'm going to check this guy.
But they did come back, and that's the great sign. Great momentum.
We want to ask about the players. Which players made a mark for you guys that you think coming into this FIBA Asia Cup could be the guys that would lead the way for Gilas Pilipinas, at least in that game against Macau, Isaac?
I think the guy you have to mention, CJ Perez, remember?
Yes.
Coming from the PBA finals where I think some people would have said maybe subpar throughout the finals, but comes in, remember, coming from grueling 6-game series versus Stock and Tex, automatically suits up for the national team. You expect, he might be fatigued, he might be experiencing, maybe there's injuries, but comes in.
And he played a great game 6, diba? Didn't he play a great game 6?
And not only that, comes in, did play the whole first half, then comes in, provides an impact. Yes, there might be a little, he got into foul trouble really quick, but just the effort, intensity, and that, I think, lit the spark for them to come back in the game.
Coach, to Dip's question, anybody?
I would have to say AJ Edu. He has big shoes to fill, obviously. No Kai Soto. And then Junmar, again, we go back to that grueling 6-game series. He has big shoes to fill. I think he was a huge reason why Gilas was able to come back against Macau. His finishing, his rim protection, just his overall activity. He's a very high motor player.
And he's been out for a couple of tournaments also, right?
Right. So he's essentially our tallest player on the team. So he's going to have to play a big, huge role for us to be successful.
Yeah, it's only going to be him and Junmar, and obviously coming from the championship. I'm excited to see a different Kevin Kiambao. Am I the only one here? I mean, because we've seen him have minimal roles previously. For good reason, they're still trying to integrate him. Would we see him more here in this window, Isaac, you think?
I think so, because of course the first role is what I think the biggest question is what position is Justin Brownlee going to play? If he's going to play at the 3, then he'll eat a lot of the KQ minutes. But we've seen, I think, because due to the absence of Kai Soto, that he'll be playing more of the 4, and even Coach Tim came out saying that Carl will be probably the backup of Junmar. So that really
Carl
opens...
Tamayo, you mean?
Yeah, Carl Tamayo.
Right.
So for Justin, so that opens that 3 spot. It's really up for grabs, and he did have a good game, 14 points, 3 threes. Really showed that improvement that we've been, I think a lot of people were hoping for from, especially coming back from the States.
Correct.
But
right.
again, that minutes at the 3 spot, I think it's up for him to grab, and I think he will as well.
Gilas Pilipinas, after that win against Macau Black Bears, they also had a tune-up against Jordan. Closed door game, 75-61, 14-point win. But now that we know we're facing Chinese Taipei up first in the FIBA Asia Cup, how do you guys see this for Gilas Pilipinas? There's going to be one guy entering from that send-off. Calvin Oftana will be suiting up for Gilas Pilipinas. What do you think could he provide as well for the team in that matchup against Chinese Taipei?
Well, I'll go back to what Boom talked about, shooting being a premium, and we know that Calvin Oftana, one of the best shooters in the country right now. Again, no layoff for him because he's coming straight in from that final series. So if anything, he's going to be able to space the floor. Another 6'5" athlete on the floor that can get up and down. Really good defender. So I think he's a great addition to the team.
We started, well this year, Isaac. Right? Obviously, we went 4-0 if I'm not mistaken, and 2 of those teams, New Zealand and Chinese Taipei, although different compositions and all that, but we were 1-1 against them. We lost the last 2 in bad fashion, the last couple of games. We don't know anything much about Iraq, at least we don't. I'm sure they do. Just a general outlook on 2 teams that we know very well, and then Iraq, and going into this window.
And I think, again, it's easy to overlook Iraq, but again, when a tournament format like this, you can't take anyone lightly because you never know how it's going to change, and you never know. Sometimes they may not be the best team on paper, but in that day, they could be the best team, and that's what matters. And I think in this window, it's going to be tough that they have to get that first win against Chinese Taipei. Gives them that edge already, puts pressure now on the other teams that, hey, Chinese Taipei has to win the next one, or New Zealand has to finish it as well.
We're 1-1 against New Zealand too.
Yeah, so it's really like, this is for all the marbles right now, in the sense that whatever has happened in windows happened. So this is where the big game happens.
And we want to win this one, obviously. FIBA Asia Cup. All right, more hoops when we return here on Starting Lineup. Stay with us, please.